Hello, Father Andrew Pastore. We are in Schoenstatt in the Bundesheim. Here is the central house of the team 2014, and you are responsible for communications of 2014. So we are very interested in knowing the plans for 2014 regarding the communications.
Well, we've been talking for a number of years about this whole process, and as you know, there was a big also responsibility and wish from Father Jose Maria. That communication played a very big part, and I think for me 2014 is a great jubilee, it's a great year, but it's also a great chance for us to build up our international communications. We're very good at national communications, and I know from the Congress that you had in South America, continental communications run quite well, but globally we haven't the infrastructure that we need, and 2014 is for me a great gift that towards the feast we prepare and we communicate, but that from 2014 we have an infrastructure, especially here in the Bundesheim, for communication. We spoke the other evening. One of my big wishes and plans is that we gather as many communicators in 2014 as possible here at this holy place, at the shrine, on the 18th of October to renew the covenant, but also so that we can utilize the skills and the people that we have who are dying to be involved and dying to take part, to communicate from here the message that we carry of the covenant of love and the great gift of 100 years from the founder.
So I see it's, of course, it's 2014 and beyond, because this is a great occasion, right, to unite the communicators, as you said, and I see two issues regarding communication. One of these is the media, and the other thing is the communicators, that we build a community, that we know each other, that we work together in many aspects. Yeah. How do you see the part of the media? How can we approach the media at a world level? It's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. Well, I think what we usually do, and this is a kind of a problem that we have, is concentrate on internal communication. And I think the feast that's coming up and the fact that we'll have so many people here and its relevance also for ourselves is a great chance just to open the doors. For me, one of the big steps, or the next steps, when we've now prepared the infrastructure here in the house with the possibility of internet and various other things, is to take on board one or two journalists who begin with us to make or build the bridge here in Germany, but also abroad. And I would hope that over the next year, this year of 2014, before we enter the covenant year, from October 2013-14, that we journey through the continent and at those levels make contact with people who are working in the media. I think the event in itself, because of its global nature and because of the wide spread of countries and continents that will be taking part, will be a great door for us to offer a message.
Which countries, Father Andrew, do you think are leading in the aspect of media? Because it's interesting to know in order to take ideas from them, you know.
Yeah. I'm not sure, because I haven't got contact at this present moment with all. As far as 2014 is concerned, let's say for me up till now, the most active and the most interesting contacts have been through the Congress with you, but also, so Argentina, but also with Brazil, especially with Sister Nilsa. And they have communication for me on a level, also the way they integrate their web work and different things, which is quite fascinating.
They are expecting to broadcast through the air TV, and that's why I asked that question, because I think it's essential for the other countries to look at that, to look what they are doing, and to see if we can do the same. So we have still time to work on it.
Well, there's a lot of prerequisites we've had to put in place, because we need that global We need that global spread, and we need to allow people in the different countries to participate. There's only a certain number of people from Schoenstatt will be able to be here. I hope it's as many as possible, because the grace of the place and the time is central in our thinking. But I know, for example, from Brazil, a calculation that I heard was they would have around 174 events with around 2.4 million people. And that's something which is fascinating. Of course, for us, on all levels, whether it be the preparation of the feast, whether it be the transport, whether it be the accommodation, is always a question of cost. And at the moment, we're looking with various organisations how we can make it as global as possible, as accessible as possible, with as little money as possible. And if there's any benefactors out there who would like to contribute, I'm a very happy man to take those.
You are open for that.
Very good. I'm hoping, and I have a meeting in Bonn next week with EWTN and other organisations besides. There's different conversations going on here and in Rome as well, with various communities and groups, that we will be able to transmit, and it's something that the central team really has taken on board in this year, the importance of the global participation of the whole of Schoenstatt in the events that are here. As I said, anybody who wants to come should please come. That's the main thing. But as I say, we won't be able to fit 2.4 million people in the valley, so they should also be able to participate.
So you are inviting, of course, everybody is invited to come in October 2014 to Schoenstatt, but you are inviting especially communicators or people who are interested in bringing the message of the covenant to the world, right? Through a Facebook page or whatever.
The idea was, and this is a plan we hatched the other evening at a very nice restaurant here in Valanda, which I can only sort of tell you is a good one, is the question whether we can't gather the communicators the day before the events, equip them with material, with picture, with film, with access to internet, to telephone and various other things, that they act as multiplicators of the message globally. And for me, it would be a great thing also on the Sunday at the end of the 3 days that we have after the 18th, as a kind of a free day for the branches. And for me, it would be a great day to come together as communicators and once again, as a team, really push the message of the covenant of our Father and Founder and of our spirituality.
So, you know, because the second International Congress for Communicators will take place in 2015. That would be a great step toward that, yeah. That many communicators who are interested, as we said, in spreading the message, that we meet with you here in a massive yeah, a massive event, to know each other, to...
Well, I think that's very important, because for me there's always a technical and a professional side, but because of our spirits and our covenant, the relational side is also very important. And I think also that was when Maria Elena returned from the conference in Argentina and told us here in the team about the relationships and the bridges that could be built there, and the doors that open when we actually work together, which is nothing that's self-understood. Then we can achieve more, and also we bear witness to the covenant which we proclaim.
When you named the countries who are more active with the media, I want to share with you that at the Congress it was very evident that Chile is...
Well, if I don't say that, Father Raphael will...
No, you know, it's incredible all what he's doing, Alejandro Reed, and they do really a lot, yeah.
And I'm sure throughout the world, in many different places, I know from Spain, some really top class communicators that are working there, and in other places besides, yeah. So it's not just a South American thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, of course. I think Father Raphael always stressed when we were organizing the Congress, you say 2014, say always and beyond. Because, as I said, 2014 is an occasion, a great occasion to that we unite ourselves, that we do a lot regarding media communication, but as an occasion, always looking forward.
I think it's on a communications level. I think what you have to see, or for me, the reason also to get involved in 2014 and also leave a lot of things behind in my youth work and other things, was the fact that you see, when you look at Schoenstatt now, you see how it develops in very different places, how it's evolved, and how those 100 years have brought many gifts from those first moments with our father and founder. But also now the need and the necessity to bring people together, to learn from one another what has developed. And that was, for example, in 2009, the conference that was here in preparation for 2014, to see the fruits of the covenant and the areas where we've evolved and where we've grown. And it was interesting for me. I was already here and participating in 1985, then in Bella Vista in 99, World Youth Day here in 2005, that we have these global events, but we don't necessarily afterwards have the infrastructure to maintain the dynamic of that encounter for the future. And I think, for me, this feast has to be different on that level. Has to be different. Those feasts were fantastic. What I gained from 85, what I gained from 99, we've been with the young people here at the original shrine in 2005 for World Youth Day. These were moments of our history, milestones, maybe you can say, where we gained so much and we learned so much. But like also with now the development of World Youth Day, the church is seeing you need the events, but you also need the infrastructure in between to maintain the dynamic that's there. And I think now's a time, especially when we face the challenges that we do in the world today, that we come once again to the centre, to the heart, to the original shrine, to the place where it all began, and from there gain strength for the challenges that lie ahead.
I must share with you regarding the Congress that this is just, there were many good things, because there were many really professionals regarding media, and it was a wonderful community. We worked very well together. But for me, the click, the most important thing was that almost every country decided, now we want to continue. We want to have our national convention for communicators, you know. And this is the point, what you are saying, it has to have continuity.
And you know how many phone calls, how many emails those events take, and also how much needs to be invested personally and also financially in order to maintain those dynamics.
And maybe the last issue is we named Argentina, we named actually, well, Chile, Brazil,
Spain,
Germany with the press office, with the Schoenstatt TV. You know, there are
many things.
Many big projects regarding media in Germany.
Yeah. The great thing is, at the moment, those things are growing together. Each has its own role and is different. But the work that Hebraim is doing down in the press office, the Hooks, the Schoenstatt TV and their team, it's fascinating, you know, what exists. But for me, there's always been a perspective. What exists, but we have to go up a level in many areas, and especially in the area of collaboration and how we there work together in the covenant for the good of the whole.
And we must mention also the foundation and the work of at that time Sister Cornelia, what she did with Schoenstatt.org, right? It was really
it was
an essential project, right?
It was an essential project.
And
also let's not also underestimate the work of Arau here with the Bundesheim and the Bundesheim e.V. and what they have been able to facilitate for us to have a space that we can really bring these things together. We had a blank canvas, and it's been fascinating now to build the infrastructure here so that for the future, the space for the possibility of collaboration. I am a dreamer also, a little bit like you. Not so wide as you, but a little bit. But I dream, for example, with this house and with if the infrastructure remains after, can we not have a film school, a journalism school, and have young people working here that carry that work of international communication?
When you say here, it's
Bundesheim, Covenant House.
For the ones who doesn't know it, this is
he knows it now. You've heard it here first.
Schoenstatt, and this is the first step of when you are going towards the church.
The Adoration Church.
The Adoration Church. So, Father Andrew Pastore, responsible for communications of 2014
and beyond.
And beyond. Thank you so much. We really expect a lot. We expect many blessings. We feel very small toward that goal, but we know the Blessed Mother with small instruments and a big instrument will perform wonderful miracles. So the culture of the covenant will spread throughout the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you.